How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today is another episode of the Smackdown vs Raw 2007 General Manager Mode mid-tier only superstars, bear in mind. This is episode 11 and I have a dilemma here right here, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot about this and I'll show you in a minute, but without further ado, before we jump into the episode, if you are enjoying these episodes, leave a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. Be highly appreciated, and I'll be more to upload more for you guys. And like I said, there's more content coming out in the future, in the later days of this year, so keep that in mind. So further ado, let's jump into this brand new episode of the mid-tier superstars only General Manager Mode. Right then, sitting in the office here, right, ladies and gentlemen, and I've got a dilemma. Right, it's not a major dilemma, but it's an annoying dilemma. I checked my emails and Vince McMahon sent me an email. The Unforgiven main event. At Unforgiven, the Elimination Chamber has been scheduled as the main event. Bobby Lashley is injured. So, I need to look at the Power 25 or the Power 15 for Raw and try and figure out who to put in this Elimination Chamber match. And the winner is going to have a rivalry against Bobby Lashley. It's only fair and only reasonable if I do that. Wish me luck, basically. So, I'm just going to, let's just cut scene to the Unforgiven. Like I said, we're not watching any of the matches, like I said. Only WrestleMania possibly we will be doing. But let's jump ahead to see what I actually made out of, because I have no idea right now, because I am baffled. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, I figured it out just about. Okay, just about. So we're gonna simulate and hope for the best on this one. So I've got to write down, so when the time comes after this show, I've got to write down my new rivalries that I want to put through, if that makes sense. So Rebel Dragon picks up the win on Heat against Kane and Big Show. Right, cool. Go on, lad. Right, so change show. Match number one, a tables triple threat match. Chavo Guerrero defeats Chris Masters and Greg Helms to retain his Intercontinental Championship. So Chavo Guerrero, since he's come back from his 10-week injury, he's been on a roll. So that's good that he's become champion again. He technically didn't lose it, so he won it back and he has retained it since. So that's good on him. Match number two, Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade defeats Paul Burch and Willing and Regal to win back their World Tag Team Championships in a ladder match. Had that feeling, but these two are going to have their, these lot are going to have their rivalries back and forth anyway, so that's good. Match number three, Mickie James defeats Melina in a 60-minute submissions ultimate match for the Women's Championship, so she retains it back from Melina. And the main event, the Elimination Chamber match. Whoever wins this is going to be the #1 contender for the WWE Championship against Bobby Lashley, and that is Joey Mercury. God's sake. Okay, that's fine. Joey Mercury defeat the likes of Bam Bam Bigelow, JBL, Johnny Nitro, Mark Henry, and Shelton Benjamin. So Joey Mercury is going to go in for the WWE Championship now, and that means I'm going to be doing some rivalries here and there for those other superstars. So this is where the rebuild of the popularity goes. But how much fan support did I get because of the Elimination Chamber match? Raw, 400. Wow. Okay, I'll take 400. Unforgiven ended up being an exciting night in sports entertainment. The fan favorite match of the night came when Joey Mercury pulled out the victory in a hard-fought battle. The overall pay-per-view rating came in at a 3.5 star. So I'll take 400. Let's look at the fan support, which I realized I didn't do last episode. So I'm only ahead by 115. And we're not even halfway of the year yet. So that means I've got a lot of saving money to do to give the contracts to the superstars, and then a lot of rivalry potentials in the rivalries. I've got a lot to do here, but it's been tight here, ladies and gentlemen, hasn't it? It's been really tight. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, our next Monday Night Raw after the pay-per-view. Bear in mind, I couldn't really go big because I'm trying to save up the money. So this time until Survivor Series, I'm aiming to save enough money so I can give big contracts so I can continue to WrestleMania, if that makes sense. So we may be going on a downhill spiral here, ladies and gentlemen, but I've got my hopes high here, don't you worry. Match number one, Kane versus Greg Helms. No rivalry here. I just had to throw each man in here, and Kane's picked up a win finally, so that's good. That means he can boost his popularity now. Match number two, newly rivalry, Chris Masters and the Big Show submissions match, aka the Master Lock Challenge. Chris Masters defeats Big Show there, so that's good. Match number three, Melina and Trish Stratus are in a rivalry with GM Kiss Up, I think it was. It's just one of them I had to throw it in. Match number four is the new tag team rivalry between William Regal, Paul Burchill, Murdoch, and Lance Cade. So Murdoch picks up the win. So I don't know how long this is going to last for, but we'll see. Match number five, Chavo Guerrero picks up another win for his Intercontinental Championship. So I thought I'd throw Mark Henry. He's the new rivalry between those two. Mercury and Nitro wanted a title shot, so I thought I'd throw him in here. And then the main event is the Legend Killer one, and JBL defeats Bam Bam Bigelow, so that means JBL can go up and Bigelow can go down. And don't forget, I have got Mercury as the #1 contender for the WWE Championship. Obviously, I can't do the rivalry between him and Lashley yet because Lashley's just coming back from an injury. So I think SmackDown's won again, and I think we might be on level terms here. Yeah, SmackDown has done it again. 170, so that means they're beating me by 55,000 now. Interesting. Chavo Guerrero wins the title again. New contract for JBL, expiring for VO. Carlito comes out one title man, that's a win. So SmackDown has been absolutely killing it right now. Plan of action now here, ladies and gentlemen, is to save up the dollar and try and keep these rivalries going to the best of my abilities just to beat SmackDown. Yeah, SmackDown have been doing like well-built shows. They signed Jimmy Neidhart as well, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I thought I'd throw that in there. That's why they're getting quite good popularities here. And then, yeah, the first match wasn't too good. Bear in mind, Joey Mercury in that. Bear in mind, believe it or not, that match should have been match 1. That should have been on Heat. And then this one should have been splitted. But obviously, Bobby Lashley's just come back with Shelton Benjamin as well. So next time, not Raw, it's going to be an interesting one. Right then, ladies and gentlemen. I have to do a little twist here, right? I've based thinking about it because this era they started doing the Money in the Bank and they don't have a Money in the Bank. I'm making that Elimination Chamber match as the contract thing because it wouldn't let me put Mercury as a go for the championship because he isn't in the top 5 of the player 15. I'm gonna make him as the briefcase holder from the money, the Elimination Chamber. So I'll keep that in mind. I've written it down already, so he's got an opportunity at any time that he can cash it in. I'm smart, but I've done a little twist on this one, so hopefully I can get their popularity boost and everything. So we're going to simulate. I have got one match on Heat, which is Gregory Helms versus Kane. Kane's popularity is very low, so it's going to be Kane and Rebel Dragon down in this region here. Match number 1, Rilligan Regal versus Paul Burchill. This might be a rivalry because I've changed it a little bit. And you might be sitting there going, why you got these two? Their popularities are very low. And I know they're a tag team, but Rilligan Regal's a heel. Burchill is a clean superstar, so that is going to be the rivalries there. Match number 2, Chris Masters beats Big Show. I don't know if he won last week again. I can't remember. But that's a good rivalry going on there. Match number 3, Melina is the new women's champion. Throwing the women out there as well. I'm not going to lie to you, ladies and gentlemen. Match number 4, Mark Henry defeats finally Chavo Guerrero and becomes the new Intercontinental Champion. So Mark Henry can be happier. Match number 5 is where I did the little sneaky. The World Tag Team Championships are online. And the popularities from each of these men are so high that I thought I've got to throw them together. And the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship. JBL becomes the new WWE Champion. My goal is successful. I wanted JBL to become a champion. That means the rivalry between Bobby Lashley and JBL are there. If you're wondering why Mercury isn't there, I've basically made the Elimination Chamber match as like a Money in the Bank kind of way. So he has a contract, but because I couldn't put him in the main event for the title, he's got a contract so he can cash it in whenever he wants, once he's in the top 5, if that makes sense. So hope you understand that, ladies and gentlemen. Let's advance and see if we actually beat SmackDown. I have a feeling we haven't. Minor injury, great. SmackDown, great. 80 frick's sake, man. So SmackDown are somehow pulling away from this, and when they have their pay-per-view, I'm going to be absolutely slaughtered. SmackDown have just been killing it, ain't they? They must be the highest popularity superstars. I mean, that's a well-built show. Don't get this here, ladies and gentlemen. The algorithm on this is absolutely mental. Power 25 now. Bobby Lashley has gone down to 3rd, so he is back on there. So JBL was 1st, then Lashley. Bam Bam's in there, and then okay. So that Elimination Chamber match, I could have at least put all these men in it, and they could have gone for the title. But no, Lashley had to be injured, didn't he? There you go, ladies and gentlemen. If I show you what the quickly here, fan support. SmackDown only above 135,000 above me. And we've just hit the halfway mark realistically. So I have a lot to gain here, but at the end of the day, it's quite close, isn't it? Very close. Right. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Lashley and JBL are the highest popularity with Bam Bam Bigelow just behind. So these 3 are in a rivalry. Nice. I like this. The one thing that annoys me is that my tag team superstars are high popularity. They're like very high, so this is interesting. And then Mercury's just below. Benjamin's content. I need to keep an eye on his fatigue. The JBL is out for 1 week, so I need to keep an eye on these injuries. They can't always get injured. This is going to wind me up. We have to keep an eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. But Bobby Lashley is up there. He was 91 popularity. He's gone down to an 85. That's because he come back from injury. These two need to be rested. It's going to be a tough one here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really not going to lie to you. It's going to be a tough one. Right then here, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave this episode right here on the champions page. As you can see, JBL is the WWE champion, with Mark Henry as Intercontinental, Lance Cade and Trevor Murdoch as the World Tag Team champions, and Melina as the women's champion. I will be trying to sort out all the rivalries again at some point. Then again, this isn't too bad of a episode, as much as it's annoyed me, but purely because injuries come in left, right and center. I need to keep an eye on their fatigues and not do too much of a high matchup. But if you have enjoyed this episode here, ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment down below what you'd like to see differently, if you want to see it differently, and what superstars I should go and trade for, like I've said. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, this will be the end of this episode. Like, comment, subscribe if you have enjoyed. Check out the playlist down below so you haven't missed any episode here. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode. So I hope you all guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Look, failure's an enemy, I'm trying to leave a legacy. Loads of old friends got killed off from my jealousy. More time I hope they reminisce and just remember me. But till that day comes, I must stay sipping on this Hennessy. Cause right now, everything is moving backwards. See your success, see they greeted it with laughter. So right now, you can keep all of the drama, cause I'ma get W's before, during and after.